My whole career has been in financial services, operations, and investing. So I guess most relevant to most entrepreneurs in the crowd is actually co-founded, was the CEO of an online offline commerce company, which it grew, did well, sold to a private equity firm in 2009. I've been investing ever since. So again, it was like a while ago I ran a company, but I do have empathy for what everyone's going through. And in a way, we're on fund two. And I feel like building a fund is kind of like building a business. It's definitely, as busy as I am, I still like being on this side of the table, but definitely feel for you all. And so what is Core? Core invests in financial services and technology that empower the everyday American. And so what does that mean? So we're not looking for financial services or fintech that serves banks or hedge funds. We're looking for companies that actually bring a lot of value to the consumer. And that value can be measured by saving a consumer money, or it can be measured by bringing them a lot of upward mobility. So we're not going to invest in like another Me Too app. It's not our thing. We want to invest in something that's really bringing a ton of value to an end consumer. It can be B2B or B2C stuff. We're interested in a lot of different segments, everything from responsible short-term credit. So we're investing in a company called Progreso Financiero that gives loans from $500 to $2,500 to the Hispanic consumer, and they're doing a responsible way, helping build their credit. They're a lot better than any kind of payday lender. To Ripple Labs, which is a new protocol we think is going to change the way the payment infrastructure works. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. For numerous reasons, we don't like Bitcoin. We took a bet on Ripple, but we're very interested in any kind of business built off the blockchain. So those are the kinds of things we're looking at. Really interested in any kind of business that is serving the 1099 contractor. By the year 2020, it's 50% of this workforce. They're not going to be employees. They're going to be consultants. So any kind of business that's helping the small and medium-sized business owner understand what they're doing. Really into businesses there. In the credit space, like auto finance, healthcare finance, education finance. We love those kind of businesses. Anything on the infrastructure side, things like Ripple, things like Spout, which is like a Yield Lead 2.0. Anything that's really disrupting the banking user interface side, really, really into. And then like the nitty gritty, we do 20% seed, 60% Series A, 20% later stage, writing initial checks of $1 to $4 million. We reserve a lot for follow-ons. And so that's us, technically based in LA, which might be the best reason to take money from us. I split my time between LA and New York. But if you come visit us, we're like right at Hollywood and Vine. It's always sunny, especially if you're raising money like December and January. You'd much rather be out there with us. So happy to answer any questions. I'm from New York. It's why I'm dressed in black. I speak this quick. I could have done that in like 2 minutes. I was like, all right, this is about as slow as I can go. All right, well, I will, oh, yeah?
So I read like a third of Americans are underbanked.
Uh-huh.
And like a lot don't even have like a bank account. Is this an area where you also
Yeah, so actually our fund one was completely focused on financial services that reached the un and underbanked. And then fund two opened the aperture because we realized it's not just the un and underbanked that are vulnerable, it's the whole middle class. That's why we think it's like 95% of the population. There's a stat that the majority of Americans, if they had to come up with $2,000, couldn't in 2 weeks. And you see a lot of people going to check cashers and payday lenders, and it's really amazing. And you'd be surprised. It's like your cousin. They did a documentary called Spent, and it was like people's cousins, and they're like, wait, I didn't even know my cousin had this problem. My brother had this problem, and people just don't have this safety net. And what's interesting is there's the un and underbanked, and then there's the people that are just unhappily banked. So because of demographic shifts, you see a lot of millennials that they don't want to go to, I'm not going to call out specific banks because some of those are LPs. Anyways, there definitely are some banks, they don't want to go to the traditional bank. Accenture did a survey, and it's like 3/4 of Americans would rather use Google or Amazon if they had a bank than go to what a traditional banking service is. So we're very focused on the un and underbanked and the unhappily banked. And as you see the millennials maturing, and as you see more immigrants coming into the country and not wanting to use our traditional banking systems, you see more products. It's why fintech has been a lot hotter now than it was like 5 years ago. We got into it before it was cool, but now we're making it cool.